Okay, going off to something completely different. We're changing all the tires and put new tubes, liners, everything in this 31. We're going to glass bead and media blast the rims and get them all redone and everything. But these are just, I'm just going over this to give you an idea of some of the things you might run into. This rim came off very easy. Wasn't anything to pop it apart, pull the ring up, pull the tube out, pull the tire off. This one, on the other hand, somebody decided to do their own thing with it, however long ago, but they had left the liner out and wrapped this thing in duct tape. So it's got duct tape all the way around it. And over the years, everything breaks down. Duct tape's good for its limited use, not to put on the inside of a wheel to stop the spokes from coming through into the tube. This has become a sticky mess that I have been trying to get the tire to slide over, and I've popped it up on a couple things. Even went to put it on the regular tire machine and push it down, but it's just stuck. Usually you can pop them off, slide them right down a little slope, and they slide right over. And this is just one of the things we're running into. 31's still sitting right up there. She's all getting cleaned up, and we're moving right along. But I just wanted to bring that up to some people, that when we change a rim and tire and everything, you never know what you're going to run into. Alright, as you can see, this is removed now. Now I ended up taking the slide bar and just walking it right around to come off. It was so sticky. Usually I can just push on it with my foot and hold it with my hand and slide them right over. But this is going to be a mess to clean off. I got to find out why they did it, except for they didn't put a liner in it. So, alright. Alright, here we are back on the 31 Chrysler spoked rims. As you can see, this rim apparently is the same way. It was covered in duct tape. And for anybody at home that does this, that's what I end up just taking a slide bar and walking it around the rubber, setting it up on a block. Usually you can just pull these rings, run your hand around in it with a nice mechanics glove or something, and pull up on it, put your knee on it, walk around the outside with a little rubber hammer and pop them right off. These been on there for a while, but people use duct tape. This one's duct tape. I've scraped and pulled on that thing, and it's a sticky mess. So that's just somebody's idea of how to do it, and they were all covered in duct tape. So I gotta get some liners for them. I got all new tires and tubes and everything. So alright, that's where we're at with this. Alright, as you look at the 31 now, we've cleaned everything else up and went out and resprayed a bunch of areas just to remove all the debris, wire wheeled it, scraped it, degreased it, did the tank and everything in the back, and just dressed this thing up, cleaned it up a little bit. So got all the grime off where everything was leaking and all the seals and stuff. So we just I moved a light over here. We're kind of in a dull area. We're in pretty stormy weather today, and everything's kind of closed up. Let's just briefly. Now I've cleaned all the wood up and everything. I'm going to go back and finish the wood and seal the wood the right way instead of having to just paint it and undercoat it. So just to give you a quick rundown, let you see some of the way the rear is, the way the back turned out. Just gives you a nice look at everything. Cleaned all up on the sides. Just recoated everything, sealed it back up, got rid of all the grease hanging everywhere, and you know, went through and cleaned all up inside the running boards and up in the back. Just dressed her up. Made her look a little nicer. Now we left the original leaves with the grease on it. I mean, it does look a little sloppy. You can wipe them up and everything, but you want to leave some of that in there. Otherwise, I mean, if they're broke down and completely painted and put back together, it's just so they don't get rust. And it's a long distance driver, and it ought to last a long time this way. Just give you a quick rundown of it all. And you see, we haven't finished up front. We're gonna get them back done and everything, and then we'll continue on the front. I've dropped the front end out from it, sitting over here, and that's about where we are though. Looks a lot nicer.